Hey guys, welcome to another video of me. Today's video is for a shout out to all of us who deal with mental disorders. I myself deal with a few, and I feel like we don't talk about it enough. And I feel like we are social pariahs. And I want to talk about it a little bit because I think that's unfair. And I think that it's more normal than we'd like to admit. But we deal with them, and there are a lot of us. I think it's actually more regular to deal with some kind of disorder than not. Me personally, I deal with depression, anxiety, all linked to PTSD. My PTSD stems from sexual assault, sexual abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, all stemming over a very long period of time. My fault and that of, significant others, some involving family members. We're not going to go into details, but we have them. I have them. I deal with them. On and off throughout my teenage years, I've taken several different medications. Recently started taking new medications. I've been gone for a couple of weeks. I haven't been making videos because I needed to take time for myself to deal with some of those issues and try to build myself back up because I did hit a low point for a little bit. And here I am making this video because I did have a very kind reminder from my loving friend Lisa that maybe it helps when you're going through it to make a video. It's therapy. You know, that's why I started this channel in the first place, even though I know that not too many people are going to watch. But I've had a few breakdowns with my depression. I lost use of my headphones, and during all the stress, losing my headphones was kind of like a big setback for me because I use my headphones as a way to tune out all the noise that can be brought up at any given moment, whether it's a loud noise. For me, it's usually loud noises or just the constant thoughts and memories and painful ideas that go through my brain on a regular basis. And losing my headphones, losing my crutch, as I like to call it, kind of set me back and caused some very, very bad breakdowns. This morning, I've been crying all morning. Because it's overwhelming and life is scary and it's painful to constantly have to be bombarded by all of this. And as I stated in the last video, I'm still a parent, so I still have to, there's a lot of noise in the background, but I have to deal with my children and being ready for my children and still feeling this pain and this sense of not being myself on a regular basis. I've been scared out of my mind most days. Sorry. But it's a lot. just constantly having this anxiety building. Sometimes it's nothing, sometimes you wake up and you're having a good day so far, and then all it takes is that one thing that just triggers you, and then your whole day goes to shit. And so far, that's what's happening to me. Today I met with my kids' caseworkers, and we were discussing our plans for having my children with a mentor, which is something we've been looking forward to for a while now. And we were just talking about that and, therapy and counseling, things like that. And it just everything together was so overwhelming. I couldn't help but cry over the stress. And then I couldn't stop. Then, I walk outside and it's the loud noises, and then, I get hit with some news that's going on with my ex, and I've been crying ever since. And it's just that overwhelming feeling of not being able to breathe. And that is my anxiety. Just being taken over completely by this feeling that you can't breathe. Like you're stuck in a box, and that box gets smaller the more you try to breathe. Or your head being dunked in a tank of water over and over again every time you think you're trying to breathe, and then you swallow that water. And constantly having anxiety attacks over and over and over and over. It's painful. I do breathing exercises, and that helps. A lot of the times I think about my children and what I have in mind for them, and the kind of life we're trying to lead, and what we do. And I try to keep that in the forefront of my brain so that it doesn't get so unbearable. I still have to push through for them. I still have to make sure that I'm the best parent that I can be. If there's anything I learned from my parents, it's you don't give up. No matter how hard or stressful or difficult it might be, you keep going, because they're the ones that are the most important in life. But it's difficult when you have to deal with a brain that doesn't compute correctly according to society. A lot of people that I speak to say, oh, don't worry about tomorrow, worry about what you can do today. And I'm like, yeah, normally that seems okay. It seems like a great idea, but that's not how my brain works. I wake up in the morning and everything's okay for the first 5 minutes, and then I'm constantly bombarded with what schedule is going to look like, and then who's got to have what for dinner, and then it starts on tomorrow's schedule, but I don't have a choice. It's not up to me where my brain goes anymore. It hasn't been since I was a kid. Today might be okay, The next 5 minutes might be something I can deal with. And it should be something that I focus on. But my brain at any given moment will stress about little minute details for tomorrow and the day after and then the months to come. And I can't sit here and say that I won't focus on it, because I do. It's like trying to do calculus without a calculator. And you don't even know what 2 plus 2 is. But then 20 minutes from now, you remember everything. And all of a sudden, you're a super genius. But the fact that you were a genius never changed. It was just the fact that something clouded your brain and stopped you from being able to think. Some people think, oh, you can just turn it off. You're depressed today, but you won't be depressed tomorrow. No, whoever told you that is lying. And honest to goodness, you need to shut up. Because I swear, if I hear that one more time, I'm probably going to punch someone in the face, and I can be very violent. Ask my ex, he knows. It's hard. And it's a trial. Sometimes I don't want to get out of bed. And I just sit and I'm looking at my alarm and I'm like, nope, I'm definitely sleeping for 5 more minutes. Then those 5 minutes come around and I'm like, nope, I'm sleeping for another 5 minutes. And then I look at my kids and I say, you know what? It doesn't matter whether I want to sleep for another 5 minutes. I have to get out of this bed. They need me. Because if I'm not there to do what I do and to take care of them the way that I do, no one else is going to do it. And that's what gets me up in the morning. Through my depression, through my anxiety, through the pain in my body, through the nightmares, through the stress. I think if it wasn't for them, I would probably not be here to make these videos for you. Again, it's difficult. I have days where I don't sleep, I don't eat, and I don't enjoy anything that I do. But for them, I play along. I force myself to remember why. But those nightmares and the memories and the sounds, I don't think it's ever something that you can just turn off or get rid of, you know? And I've dealt with a lot just to say I'm 30. But it's caused a very interesting ripple effect in my life. Or should I say butterfly effect. And it's definitely troublesome sometimes. There are days when something will set me off and I don't even know what the hell it is. But all of a sudden I'll be filled with dread and fear. And I'll just run into my bathroom and I'll just sit there for hours and just pray that the feeling goes away. Finding your triggers is painful. It's helpful, but it's painful. And a lot of us don't know how to communicate that to other people. A lot of people don't understand, and they enter a situation with us where they're just thinking, oh, we're normal. Even though we state our warning. You know, I deal with mental illness, and this is what my mental illness is, and this is what it does. And if you need to know more, I will help you look it up. Some people just, they don't, and they don't get it. And some people don't care. And then there's those people that treat it like it's a game. Few of us have been blessed with those that understand and support us. And it's a blessing for those of us that have those people in our lives. I've been through a lot of the wrong ones. And it's led me to where I am today. Equally my fault, but at the same time, it's still a trial. I still seek therapy. I take antidepressants. I also take mood stabilizers. I talk to my kids about it. Well, my oldest at least, because he can understand at least a little bit of it. I talk to as many of my family members as I possibly can. We're just two, but you know. Then I have my adoring godparents. And I try to keep it simple. But life is so damn complicated. And I think that if you ever meet someone in your life that has a mental illness, first and foremost, don't treat them like an alien. Don't treat them like an outcast. Show them human affection. Ask questions. There is nothing wrong with that. Find out as much as you can to help and support them. They would probably do the same to you, because I'm telling you right now, a lot of those that have been hurt or are hurting mentally, emotionally, physically, those are the ones that love the hardest. And friends, family, even strangers. We give it in return. Some have been pushed so far that there is no coming back from that dark place. And I truly and deeply am very, very apathetic for that. Or should I say empathetic? And I just hope that people start understanding and start paying attention to those things. There are warning signs of someone dealing with mental illness. Even those that don't know, there's still warning signs. And I think that you need to pay attention to that. We all do. I hope that this helps shed some light. I hope it helps us all down the road. Like, share, comment. I'm all for advice and opinions. Until later, my friends. Bye.